Hello everyone. So today I'm going to tell you how can you deploy your MERN stack app or basically a full stack app, both front end and back end on a same platform, right? So you are not going to deploy back end somewhere else and front end somewhere else, then linking back both of them. So what we are going to do here is we will simply deploy both of them on a single platform, right? So for that, some key pointers to be noted are your folder structure. Like the platform that I'm going to talk about is cyclic.sh. We are going to deploy our app on Cyclic, right? So some key pointers to be noted are, first of all, your folder structure should be like this, right? There should be a front end directory where you will keep all your front end files, right? That you can see I have created a client directory and I have kept all my files related to front end here only, right? And in the root directory, right? In the root directory, I have kept all my backend related files. You can see everything that is related to backend I have created here, right? So now let's say you have to call some APIs. Now how are you going to call the APIs? So let me just show you something. Okay, I'll open my components and contact details. Let's see. So let me just check where I am calling an API. So you can see here I am calling an API, right? One API is being called here. So this is a basically get API where I'm simply calling. So you can see I have not given any like full API route, means full URL, basically like including HTTP or HTTPS. I have simply given the path here. So now what does this mean? So you can see if I open my index.js file here, right? This is my index.js file and this is the API that I'm calling, right? So you can see I am using this contact controller. So where I have given this route as contact, and let's open my contact controller once again. So this is my contact controller and this is the get route. This is this route that I'm calling here. So now how this is being called, even if I'm not giving the whole URL. So since your front end and back end both are being hosted on the same means basically same server, they are being hosted on the same server. So this initial URL will be same, right? This will be same for your front end, for your back end as well. So whenever you are going to call this, so the base URL is same, right? So automatically the base URL will be same and this route will be added at the end. So in this way, this API is being called. So wherever instead of like calling this like HTTPS and something like local host and then some route 5000 and then calling this contact, what simply I will do is, now because this my base URL will be same for both front end and back end, I have removed this, right? Because both are hosted on same place, I have removed this. I have simply called this contact URL. So now I think you probably know what I'm talking about. So you just have to replace all the API calls that you are doing by simply this base URL, like removing this base URL and just calling the main routes, right? So this is the first thing that you have to take care of. The second thing was folder structure that I told you, like front end should be some in separate directory and on your base directory the backend file should be present. So two things. What is the third one? Third thing is let's say this is my index.js file of my backend, right? So you have to write this much piece of code. So what this is doing, I'll just tell you, right? So this is used for serving the front end. Now how this is happening? So you can see I am simply giving the path to this build directory. Okay, so what is this build directory? So I guess you people might be knowing what this build means. So let's say I have moved to my client folder. Now what I have to do is I have simply used to run a command that is npm run build, and this will create. Okay, what is this thing? React scripts not found. Why? Just one sec, guys. Okay, I guess I need to do npm install first of all. Yeah, because I have just copied this file from somewhere. I just have created this new repo with this test app. So I need to simply do a npm install first of all. Right now, this node module is present here. Just wait for a sec, guys. I'll pause this video while this is being installed. So now you can see I have simply run the command, that is npm install, basically because I copied this from some other folder. Now I'll have to simply run npm run build, and this will create a build directory for me, right? It's already present here, but I'll just tell you how to create once, right? So this will create me a build directory. Now, from my this index.js file, I have to link that directory because I need to serve both frontend and backend, right? With the same URL. That's why I need to serve the frontend. So this much amount of code you need to write, like this is just giving the path, like which directory you have to serve, and this is the path to the this index.html file, right? This is the only index.html file that I have to serve because React is single page application, you would be knowing, right? So this is present in the client directory, right? There is a build folder present in client directory and an index.html file in the build directory. So this code is just serving me that file, right? And I have used the path module here. You can use that to serve that, right? So this much, I'll give this piece of code in the description as well. You can copy that from there also, right? So you can see now I have created all this. Now I simply have to run. Okay, one more thing. In this path, basically the server file, there you have to create one script file with the name start, right? This is the package.json of backend. So you simply have to write node index.js because this command is required to start your server. So what I'll do is simply I'll do npm start. Now my server will get started on 5000. Okay, so now I can just check what is happening on this port. So let's see localhost, and this will be 5000, right? So now you can see I am getting my front end, right? I have served this local.5 this 5000, and if I'll just run this contact, so now you can see I am getting the backend related files also. So in this way this is happening, right? So because since uh your this base URL will be same for both front end and backend, that's why we simply wrote this contact there while we were calling the APIs, right? So now this is done. We are good to go with the deployment. All right. So once we are done with all the processes and all the required steps that were to be taken, we can now proceed to the deployment, right? So let's open our website, that is cyclic.sh. I am logged in using my GitHub. You can also log in using the same. I'll click on deploy, right? I click on deploy, go to link our own. I have to search my repository. For this case, this is just for deployment. I'll open this. Now, if you have followed all the path correctly that I told you, this will give you this. Now you can click on connect, right? So you can see now it's already started, right? Yeah, one thing is missing, that we have to add our environment variables because that is not pushed on GitHub. So this cyclic needs to know what environment variables you are using. So we need to add it manually, right? So we are going to add once this is being deployed successfully. You can see this will hardly take a minute, I guess. Uh, Already doing. Let's see what time does it takes. Yeah, you can see now it just took, I guess, almost 30 seconds or 45 seconds, I guess. Now this is deployed, but we are yet to add our environment variables. So let's just add our variables here. I'll go to the bulk editor, right? It is suggesting me three, but I guess I have four. Yeah, kind of. So I'll just copy all of them at once, and in the bulk editor, I'll simply paste it. So this should work. Isn't working? What happened? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's working. So now I have just added all my environment variables here. I'll simply click on save. All right, so let's see if it is applied or not. Move back to our overview. Let's open our URL. Okay, boom. You can see now our website is hosted, right? And just tell me, like, how did you like it? What because it took almost 1 minute, I'll say, not more than 1 minute to deploy Just if you have followed all the steps correctly, this will not give you any error. You can see this is a bit slow because the server speed, like it's the free tier, so it will be a bit slow, but this should work, right? You can see everything is working as fine. I'll move to our home. I'll click on either of them. Yeah, everything is working fine, right? Everything is working correctly. So yes, that was all, guys, that I need to tell you. If at any point of time you feel any issue, feel free to reach out to me, right? On LinkedIn, I'll help you guys. Okay. Thank you. Now you can share this URL. This is the only URL that you need to share. You in this way we saved deploying websites on two different platforms, one for backend and one for frontend. Okay, so you can follow this process, and this will work for every MERN Stack app. You can deploy it anywhere you want. You can deploy on rental.com. You can deploy on Railway. You can deploy on Cyclic. There are many other platforms, right? Okay, thanks for being with me here. Okay, bye bye. Take care.